Hi Aries, and welcome to your spirit guide messages for May 2019. I'm going to start by pulling a few cards here to see what your spirit guides want you to focus on the most in May, or what they would like to say to you or express to you, let you feel, let you know. So Aries, let's see what is coming out for you guys. Okay, so second house, a gift for you. Taurus is the second house. Sun just moved into Taurus, so that's very promising. Next we have midheaven, and I'm sorry, somebody's like going down my street on their Harley all loud, so I'm sorry if you hear that, which is Destined Encounters. Very nice. And lastly, I teach you Capricorn energy. So Aries, May is a month of definitely learning some lessons, but this to me isn't, based on these other cards here, isn't like we're going through the lessons to learn them. It's like everything's finally coming together, making a sense for you, where you're getting the payoff of all the work you've been going through spiritually, okay? And the path that each of you are walking and the way that that unfolds for each one of you personally is obviously unique. So with this, those of you who have really been going through some challenges, especially in the relationship department, and I mean all relationships, friends, family, relationship with spirit, relationship with yourself, relationship with your children, relationship with romantic partners, obviously, but overall, this is coming through for you guys where you're in this cycle, this process of really seeing who's good for you, who's not good for you, and where there was emotional attachment or an emotional obligation, that's kind of dissipating for you, where you're seeing the truth about the situation and yourself. And this is very mature energy, actually, Aries. And you know, Pluto and Saturn are going retrograde, and they'll be retrograde through like September, October of this year. And during that time frame, like, that's the daddy of karma and the king of transformation, right? So the right before this is taking place, you guys are receiving reward for everything that you've been through, everything you've been working on at a spiritual level in your consciousness. And you know, this isn't to say like you've had this huge focus on a spiritual journey. I mean, obviously some of you have, but not all of you, you know. Not every person who incarnates is here to have this profound spiritual awakening and live their life in the light. Like, not everybody's here for that. You know, there are unlimited amount of experiences to have here on earth, and none are, you know, less divine than others. It's just about experience and soul growth, and what's your life journey this time around. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to learn? And your life path is constructed for that at a soul level. And so whether you are super spiritual or you're just, you know, kind of in the vibes and you just take things as they go, it's, you have been doing work, okay? It's just a natural process of living life. It's soul evolution. That's why you're here. And you are now receiving some reward for that in the month of May. But also, with Destined Encounters, Aries, there could be a very important, significant person that comes into your life in the month of May. And this, to me, you know, could come through any avenue of connection, of relationship. But this is somebody who is more like a mentor. It's going to teach you, could be some spiritual stuff, or could have a lot to do with career, finance, becoming very responsible. I feel a lot of guidance around like money and financial situations, or career moves, expanding yourself somehow, some way, pushing you harder towards some sort of achievement. Okay, with Capricorn here, Capricorn is 10th house. So this gift for you, Destined Encounters, Aries, if you've really been working hard in your career at your current job in the month of May, this could definitely be a time where there's the shift of energy again, because Saturn's gone retrograde and so has Pluto. So if you've been doing the work, you are rewarded. If you haven't been doing the work, the lessons are, you know, just kind of dropped right on top of your head, because you've got to work through it. This is part of your life journey, and one way or another, Spirit's going to make sure that you get to where you need to be. So if you've been doing the work, it's a much smoother process, okay? But if you've been avoiding, ignoring intuition, ignoring the signs, ignoring red flags, trying to stay stuck in certain habits and routines, even though you're feeling like your soul is like, no more, then that's when it all gets kind of dropped on you. It's like that big wake-up call where Spirit's like, come on, it's time for some evolvement. This is like, you're due for this, and believe me, you want it. You don't want this old energy. You've outgrown it. Let's move on. So Aries, big time message of that coming through with just these first 3 cards. But from what I see here is you guys have been doing your work. You have been striving. You have been pushing forward, and you've learned a great deal. So it is time for a successful achievement, which is 10th house energy. You know, your reputation, what you put out in the world, the way people see you in that professional level, professional way. So let's pull some dice and get an idea, a little deeper idea of where this is all playing out specifically. All right, so, okay, 5. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords. Actually, I think... I think this one's more in that way. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. And we have the King of Cups. So, Aries, like I was saying here, I do feel that you guys have been doing the work, and there's been a lot of challenge with this 10 of Swords, okay? And you may have been feeling quite blocked from any sort of success, prosperity, good karma. You know, with this pairing, it's like I feel that whatever's been going on for you personally, you've been really trying to do the right thing and handle things properly, and, you know, holding on to belief and faith quite strongly. But it's like you're getting to that point on the journey where it may have started wavering just due to the intensity. And it's like, when do I catch a break? When is anything going to shift here? And, you know, I do see with the 7 of Cups, a lot of dreaming and hoping and fantasizing about, you know, a good life, a good connections, you know, not worrying about money, advancing your career, just whatever it is for you that you dream of, Aries, that's coming through very strongly in this reading, okay? And now under this Capricorn energy, the 2 of Wands, which is a joining of energies. So where we felt blocked, now there's energy coming in, and it could have to do with a water sign person. That would be the King of Cups right there. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could be somebody that's going to help advance you. This could be that energy that's coming in, that person that you're going to meet that's really going to mentor you or help you make sense of things, help you get a better handle on money. Maybe that's like you have a new boss coming into your workplace, and this person is particularly impressed with you, so they want to see you advance, they want to help you move forward. And this is card 22, this is a 2, this is a 2, and this is the 2nd house. So joining together the 2, highly significant for you, Aries. So any sort of repeating 2s throughout the month of May, highly significant. That's, you know, confirmation you're on the right path. Don't give up. There's another energy coming in to help you somehow, some way, Aries. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, so we have the Five of Manifestations. Yes, what previously rejected you was a blessing in disguise. What did not work out was exactly what needed to happen. And though it may have felt, doom and gloom, a lot of struggle, a lot of challenge, just whatever area of your life this is talking about, Aries, this is where we're now having that shift of energy and very positive. This starts it. This is what we're coming out of. If this is what we ended with, I don't think it would be the same message, okay? Yeah, because look at this. We have the Ace of Manifestations coming in. So this is where the energy shifts. This could be a new job opportunity that shows up, an elevation in your current position, this new person coming in that's going to help you fill in all the missing pieces. This is very positive energy to come after a Five of Manifestations. And look at this. Oh my gosh, Lessons Healer. What does this healer do for you, Aries? This is somebody who helps you make sense of everything. And we already saw that coming through. So it's reiterated right here. There is somebody that's either coming into your life, Aries, or currently in your life that maybe you're not aware of, that can really help you sort these different things out, okay? And their presence in your life is definitely like a blessing. That's how it's felt. They somehow complete the picture. They give you the information you need. If it's like you're gonna hire an employee this month, man, it's a perfect fit. Like you find the perfect person. Or if you are looking for a new job, it's like the job that you align to is the perfect job for you. It's really good energy, and it's like it comes after a lot of struggle and challenge. And here's that person that's really gonna help you out, okay? Now we have the Manifestor. This is great. This is you, Aries, actually. This would be the Emperor and a standard tarot deck. And this right here is where you are magic with energy, okay? You're so much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. However, in this particular reading, I feel like this is backing up this card more than anything else, because this is, something's finally manifesting. But with the Manifestor, it's happening based upon your efforts, your work, what you've been putting into something, okay? It's not just something that's handed to you. This is, this reading is for Aries, whether spiritual, whether career, whether it's healing yourself, no matter what it is that you've been working on, and you almost feel defeated, deflated, just so challenged. Like, are you kidding me? Is this ever going to work? Am I ever going to get past this? Is this ever going to shift? But you did not give up, okay? You just kept pushing forward. That's the Aries I'm talking to. It's like now in May, boom, the manifestation, finally. And 9 of Lessons, okay. What's the problem, or what has been the problem? Overthinking and worry. Aries, that's what that's about. Overthinking and worrying about things. And sitting next to the Manifestor, I have to tell you that your thoughts, your energy is very, very powerful. And when you're in a state of constant worry, you create a lot of energetic entanglement for yourself, a lot of trouble, buying trouble for yourself that you just don't want to deal with. It's just like, a bunch of just things that irritate you, annoy you. Because if you're a good person living your life on your path, trying to do the best that you can, but you're constantly overthinking and worrying, it's not like all this crazy stuff's going to happen to you, but there's just like a lot of weird little irritants that will come your way. And it's not because you deserve that. It's what you put out, you get back. And your thoughts and your emotions create your energy and what you're projecting out to the universe. And that's all the universe has to work with to reflect back to you. And so, who you are in general is a big part of that. But if we are this beautiful person, but we're in this constant state of worry, overthinking, nervous, anxiety type of energy, it really blocks the manifestation. It kind of you can't get to the full potential, all right, because you have that barrier, that blockage through that mental body of projection. So I feel like those of you who have been really struggling with that, that's what this person is, coming in to help you get out of your head, to move beyond like really deeply embedded beliefs, and help you believe bigger than that, and see yourself bigger than maybe some of you have been seeing yourself. So let's pull some clarity. I guess that one just wanted to flip, didn't want to come out. We'll see if it shows up. All right, I guess it wants to come out with those two, or with that one, I should say. Okay, so we have Five of Lessons. Yeah, this, interesting that this comes out. This is Five of Manifestations, Five of Lessons. Fives are the challenge, the change. And this particular five is where we've ignored red flags, we've ignored our intuition. And what I think is, if you were doing that, it was more out of worry. It's like you just, whatever's going on has you so caught up in your head, all right? And now look at this, activation spirit guide. This particular spirit guide is coming in to show you a different path, show you a different way forward that maybe you are not quite aware of, because we're stuck in this, you know, overthinking. This sits right under the Ace of Manifestations. So Aries, listen, you are truly being divinely led, okay? However this reading is speaking to you, and what did not work in the past, what rejected you, what harmed you, you know, what just was a struggle and a challenge, and it just could not amount to anything despite your desire, despite your effort. That energy is finally fading. You're no longer going to be blocked from the understanding, from the prosperity that's owed to you through that, okay? Big time shift for Aries in the month of May, at a spiritual level for sure. Yeah, because Aries, look at that. 10 of Lessons. You know what? This would be the 10 of Swords, okay? But in this deck, this is where we have completed a very long, painful, and challenging journey, and it's time for the reward. It's time for the consciousness expansion. It's time to no longer feel blocked and restricted and just in this place of, like, some of you, I feel, have really, really struggled, especially financially, through whatever this was that has happened. But Aries, we're overcoming it. The journey's coming to an end. You're being shown a way forward, okay? And yeah, now we have the Two of Intuition, and this is like the recognition of unconditional love. Aries, again, back to, you know, the relationships. This could be the relationship with yourself, the relationship with spirit, just based on whatever is now coming in for you. It like just totally heals you, all right? And here is another two. Lots of twos for Aries. And lastly, look at this, the Star Seed. Okay, so for those of you who are deeply entrenched on a spiritual journey, this is your confirmation right here that, you know, you're not crazy. You are on a divine mission. You have connections to other, I call them star beings, okay? You can call them whatever you want, other star systems, other beings that are not, you know, of this dimension, of this consciousness that we exist as human, all right? I believe that 100%. No, I have never been personally contacted, but I do not discount it just based, because it's never happened for me, okay? But I know a lot of people that would bet their life on such encounters. So, those of you that, you know, have this like inner calling towards that type of belief system, here's your confirmation of that, okay? But for the rest of you, what this means to me, underneath this overthinking and worrying and stress is you've got to let go and give it to spirit. You are truly divinely guided, okay? You have a spirit guide coming through. So I feel like this is your spirit guide and your spirit family saying, listen, we got you, Aries. You don't need to worry. You don't need to stress. Trust the path. I know it's been a long journey, but May is going to be the shifting point where things really do start to change. And some of you are definitely having some sort of awakening here about self, about spirit, and everything you've been through. And maybe you've been angry and resentful and bitter, but it's like this beautiful healing is coming over you through this consciousness expansion, and you realize why things that didn't work in the past didn't work for you because of now what you're experiencing and where you're headed, Aries. So let's pull you an outcome and advice card. All right, another one flipped, but okay, it got lost in the mix, so it was not meant to be. Okay. Oh, this is your outcome, Aries. The reward. And you know what? This card is about your effort, your energy, what you put into something, and now it's time for you to receive the reward of that. So along with all these twos, if you start seeing 888, especially around a person or situation, know that that is a blessed thing for you. It is something that's meant for you on your path, okay? But this is beautiful as your outcome. It's like the hard times are finally going to start getting better. There's some sort of reward coming in as well. That's indicated with this card as well as this card. And timing beyond 3 months. Now this is advice, okay? So as this being advice, Aries, what I see is starting in May. So May, June, July, and into August is when all of this energy is shifting. It's starting now in May, okay? But it's not like complete. It gets better. There's more journey. There's more coming to you. And these next 3 months, I feel, are much easier and more prosperous and just happier than, where you've been. So, Aries, those are your messages, your spirit guide messages for the month of May. I hope that they have helped, and I am wishing you all the best, Aries. Take care.